Tonight, we're sharing a Veterans Voices piece that dates back to 1918. That's when Robert Otto's great-uncle, Harry, was drafted into the U.S. Army to fight in World War I.
That's right, and KCAU-9's Jason Toktagian tells us the story of Harry Otto for this week's edition of Veterans Voices.
Every Memorial Day, we've gone to the cemetery to pay tribute to Harry.
Robert Otto is the great-nephew of Harry Otto, who served in the U.S. military during World War I.
In July of 1918, he went with the draft from Ottawa, Iowa to be served there. He went through about a month of training in a couple places in the United States, and on August 29th, he was sent overseas.
On November 7th, 1918, Harry Otto was killed in action in France.
They were in the Battle of Hill 378 when he lost his life. This hill was one of the most bloody places that American soldiers fought to gain, and on November 8th they were finally successful in gaining that hill.
Robert Otto says his great-uncle was the only serviceman from the Danbury and Mapleton area killed in France during World War I.
He was more or less considered a hero because on this Hill 378, he died about 30 feet from the machine gun nest on top of that hill.
If it wasn't for one of Otto's servicemen, Harry's parents wouldn't have received some of his belongings.
He wrote a letter to Harry's parents, and in doing so, he was investigating the hill. He ran across a Lutheran hymnal and a testament book with Harry's name on the inside.
After 3 years, Harry Otto was returned home and was laid to rest in Iowa.
Services were held then on Sunday with the minister and a chaplain, and approximately 1,500 people attended. They had the service at the house, and then they proceeded from there, which was about a mile away from the Heart Living Cemetery.
And the cemetery was renamed Otto Cemetery in Harry's honor and is now maintained by Robert Otto and his wife.
He was 24 years old. He wasn't married, had no sons or daughters or immediate family to honor him throughout the years. So we have kind of taken it upon ourselves to be the ones to honor him.
For Veterans Voices, Jason Toktagian, KCAU-9 News.
And on November 27th, the Carlson From and Lauren Hollister Post will be at the Otto Cemetery. That's to pay tribute to Harry, marking 100 years exactly since his burial.